A very warm welcome to the Raw Mind Talk. My name is Gardner, and in our episode today, we are going to discuss a very interesting topic. I'm very sure many of you have kids or you're planning on having kids. Our topic will be quantity time versus quality time, making meaningful connections with children despite busy schedules. I'm not alone. I have somebody who is a mother, and not only a mother, but she has taken care of so many children. And giving you context, her name is Kabagaya E Estella. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Stella is a Ugandan social entrepreneur, founder of Mama Children's Village Limited, and a former banker. She has focused her work on designing and managing daycare space in the market. She is also coaching adolescents in life skills, building capacity for teachers and parents to strengthen the support system for young people. She's also integrating parenting support, social emotional well-being, and community empowerment for holistic child and parent development. She has so many qualifications, and I'll go through them. Evidence-based parenting program design from Makere University. She's also a suicide prevention and first aid with Impasto Ventures Kenya. She has practiced counseling with a PSC Park University in Kenya also. She's an entrepreneur, innovator with Arizona State University. Her personal life, as I said, she's a mother of 3 and has nurtured many other children. So our discussion, Estella, welcome. And this is something that has always fascinated me. When you look at our parenting, quality time and quantity time, I'm very sure you're the expert in this field, and we're going to have this conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, no script, no filters. Put it there as it is. But maybe you can tell us 1 or 2, 3 things I might have missed out in the introduction.
Mind heritage, empowering minds.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for inviting me this morning. Actually, I'm very humbled that he took time to give me an opportunity to share something I'm so passionate about, and that's parenting. Parenting, you've said everything about me.
Maybe there's one thing I didn't mention.
One thing about
one thing you live for. What should we remember, Estelle?
I love plants.
Love plants. Gardener.
I'm a gardener. Yes. I'm a gardener. I love my plants. I love my flowers. I speak to plants the way I speak to people. Yes. And when it comes back to parenting, I nurture my plants the way I nurture people. So parenting is something very interesting. When are you becoming one?
No, I have 2 kids already.
Oh, 2 kids now. You're in my...
I'm in your space.
You're in my space. Parenting is something we think everyone does. There is a huge difference between giving birth and parenting. All of us can give birth.
Mm-hmm. But not whoever gives birth can parent.
Not everyone who gives birth can parent. So now that is where the two differ. And that's what causes us problems. One of the root causes of all the problems in this planet, according to Dr. CU from Makere University, is parenting. You get it wrong, whole world is in a mess.
So I am who I am today based on how my parents nurtured me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And for me, I have one belief, and I always have that tagline: it takes a village to nurture a child. So why I'm saying that you can be a father, but you may not be a dad. So you can give birth, you cannot parent. It took the whole village to support your parent where they could not parent you. So nurturing was the community saying,
is it still in existence today? We have seen people building walls with sekayola, with security guards, with everything.
And dogs.
So how do you say it takes a whole village in this global changing world? Because at the times I even do not know who my neighbors are. I even don't know who my kids are. Neither do I know their kids.
You don't know their kids. You even don't know yourself. You might even not know your wife.
Absolutely.
But it still takes a village to nurture a child. Now, the only difference, how we get over the walls and the barbed wires and the bulldogs and the goofies, is you create your own village. So what happens is, for you, doctor, who has those 6 feet walls, you have another person to support you. When we were growing up, our parents had cousins, the relatives, the whole community.
Yes.
Even if you didn't take
Extended families.
the extended family, that auntie from mommy's side, the other side, then this auntie from daddy's side, up to the other side, you would even think like, are we all relatives? Because everyone was,
Yes.
they were all supporting you. Now, in this day and era, digital era, we choose the village. Who is the teacher?
Very important.
Okay, before we go to school, who is the maid? Now, this is where we get it wrong, and parenting is becoming harder and harder because we randomly
Pick maids.
pick maids. Oh, I just need a maid. I need a maid tomorrow. My child is 6 months, I'm going back to school, I need a maid. They call around, no, there is one in Masaka, there is one. They put on the bus and you pay your 50,000 and you got a maid. You don't know her character, you don't know her morals and values and what. You don't even know if she can take care of her child. All you need is someone you live in the house. And we are getting problems with maids. I don't blame the maids, by the way, because we don't know who they are.
Yes.
So we are picking the wrong village.
A connection from a connection.
A connection from a connection and that. This girl, first and foremost, this girl, you don't know if she can take care of a child, which is very critical, and her role is that. She has never taken care of one. Even if she comes from the village, it's not auto that she can take care of a child. So the person who is supposed to be your parenting partner, because when you go to work, you leave the maid, who is supposed to tell you, Estella had a temperature. Estella overslept.
She's coughing.
I think
she's not eating.
She's not eating. She's your parenting partner and your first trusted parenting partner. Now, you see how you're creating the village without knowing.
But as we are going to that trusted partner, we very well know that even these maids that we bring, the skills they have, they don't have any skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yet we very much know that babies learn by imitation,
Yes.
by looking.
Yes.
Now, what skill, what knowledge are we impacting in these children if we are not cognizant of the skills and the person we are bringing into our homes? I had a story of some family where they brought a maid and she had HIV, and they did not know until later when the son, a very young 3-year, 4-year child, started falling sick, and the parents were like, what's wrong with this child? Until when they went to the hospital to check, parents are negative, both of them, and they couldn't understand where this came from until when the doctor told them, go and check who does this child stay with.
Yes.
They found the maid. Right? So as we are bringing the village to our homes,
Yes.
what should we consider as parents? Because it is literally the knowledge and skills that is going to be passed on to these kids.
Now, before you look at the skills, the first 3 years of a child are more important maybe than the rest of the life. Because from 0 to 3, a child's brain goes up to 85%. So whatever happens in those years, be it health, be it nutrition, be it emotional development, is extremely critical. So whoever you bring in at that stage, they say whoever rocks your child's cradle is the one who rules the world, because I'm nurturing at the most critical stage. My ask always and beg for the parents, if you can and must, that is where the investment comes in. So when we go back to the issue of the maid, who is with your child, who is rocking the cradle at that time? The maid, we bring them usually at 3 months. For us women, when you're given some maternity leave, in the corporate space, you go back after 3 months. So you bring in the maid. Now, the maid stays with your child more than you, because you left at 8, you pumped express milk, and when you come back and by the time you come back, the child is asleep.
The hustle of the world.
Then back to, But me, Estella, you brought from Masaka to look after your child. I'm the one who stays with the child. My behavior is what I'm going to teach. The values I have from Masaka is what I'm going to teach. Children speak the language of the maid. It becomes the mother tongue because she's the one mothering at that time. Their behavior, if it is eating, you came from Masaka, you eat your matoke like this, the child will eat like that, even if you have all the cutlery. This is the person she's seeing. At that stage, children are very visual. Monkey see, monkey do. So whatever they see is right. And that is it. So whatever the maid has is what she passes on. Now, the fact that the child does not see you, they have nothing to copy from you. So it's so sad that maids come in with diseases maybe. But also, that maid could have not known, one, but then they're so close with a child. They play, they laugh, they share all those nitty-gritties. She cuts her nails, cuts his nails. That could have been the transmission. But also, we pick maids from the villages. Sometimes we are even having this. I need a kawan of 16. Now, a child to cater for the children.
I was going to ask, why is it that we go to the villages to bring these maids? We have maids, companies, organizations that train and equip maids here.
They do.
But we don't
they
want those
do.
ones.
We don't want those ones because we don't want to pay a fee for a quality maid. We prefer someone we can pay peanuts. I mean, what is she going to do at work at my home? She's just going to sit there and eat my food. That's what we say. Forgetting she is going to hold your child to start with before she holds the whole family.
But even before holding the child, that maid is holding you. Remember, they cook, they do everything, yet we don't treat them as human beings. The families, the maids will sit the other side. They have cooked chicken and very nice food. They're like, you eat your portion.
We buy both them beans, the whole sack, can run a whole year.
So what should be the psychology behind this maid and caretakers in a home?
A maid is very important.
Yeah, very important.
Extremely important. And also how we speak about them. They don't understand their space. They're not trained even to understand and appreciate their space. Because if I'm the one in charge of the house, generally, I can even clean your house. Why are you taking me for granted?
Yeah.
You know? But because even when they're brought from the villages, even on first look, the moment she walks in, you look at her like trash. You know, even you make sure they don't give you a maid who has ever been to Kampala. I need a maid
who has never been to Kampala.
From deep down in Chanamkaka. You know, she must not have a phone. Okay, if she has, then it has a capability. But we set those terms. She must be at least 15. A 15-year-old is a child. So you're bringing a child to look after children. We will all play the whole day and nothing will be done. There is something we need to look. But when even you all need an older maid, there are questions to ask. The person I'm bringing in, what do I want them to do for me? Because usually the only reason we want a maid in the house is because we have children. Otherwise, everything, you run around and do it yourself. You clean up, everything. But you need a maid because you have someone to take care. So you must be very, very careful. What do I need the maid for? Some people these days are like, okay, in this English-speaking world, I need my children to understand Luganda. So I need a maid who speaks Luganda. So you bring in that. But as we look for all these things, we don't look at the person.
We are bringing.
We never interview maids. Because however much you can hide, there are just a few questions you'll ask someone and know that attitude I'm not going to take anywhere. That they are not going to manage. You bring in a maid, you have ovens, microwave, rice cooker. Mkwano, for us in my village, we only know firewood.
And charcoal, maybe, to the
charcoal. So if I've not seen that, then I don't know. In my village, we don't have diapers. So I don't know when I should remove a diaper or not, because in the village, we feel the cloth is damp and we remove it. Now, I don't know a diaper has not leaked. So I'll leave the child with a diaper. I don't know those nice scented, whatever. I've never seen them. I come from the village. All Also, it doesn't mean, doctor, listen to this very carefully. It doesn't mean because she is a woman, in quotes, or female, that she knows how to look after children. Not every female can. Caregiving comes from the heart. So if she doesn't have that, then she's not going to look after the child. If I grew up in the hardest life, maybe I have trauma. I was born alone. I saw my parents die. I saw my siblings die. I don't want I don't want an attachment to any other young human being. And you're picking me from the village, putting me on bus Kabandole.
In Kampala. Before we go for a short break and come back to discuss, we are talking about quality and quantity time.
Yeah.
Before we push the burden onto the maids or the caretakers, we as parents, we have even the time, the bare minimum to nurture these kids that we have. But before we push them out to the caretakers and the maids, we'll come back for a short break and we'll proceed.
Mine heritage empowering.